Oh, my bad. I had to, you all know that I'm still having audio issues. I'm working on it behind the scenes, and I have not found a feasible solution yet, but it seems like my hand is being forced. Seems like my hand is being forced to go back to my old solution, even though I don't want to support the company whose product died right after the warranty. So, but it seems like I'm going to have to go back to that. So, welcome, 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 welcome. We got the warrior princess in the house. Akira, Arminda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm just going to wait for the text to go out and then we're going to go from there. I hope everybody's having a great morning. I woke up this morning with a message on my spirit. And I wasn't going to make the video because there are reasons why I wasn't going to make the video, but the nagging feeling just kept persisting on the inside. And so I decided to just come on out and make the video anyway. I decided to you know why I wasn't going to make the video? I wasn't going to make the video because these types of videos are not very popular. There'll be about 60 people here. Right now there's 50. And the videos don't do well in the algorithm, which ends up hurting the channel because when videos don't do well, YouTube is like, oh, this channel is not providing the content people want. This is why it's important for you to thumbs up the video, like the video, comment on the video, so that YouTube will continue to send it to you, but as well as let people know in your demographic, people who view like you do, that this is a video they may be interested in. So if you all are not sharing the video, then it just doesn't, it hurts the channel. So if you want more videos like this, I'm going to be very honest. You have to watch the videos. You have to share them. Otherwise, YouTube is going to bury these types of videos. I realized recently, did you all get the text notification? Throw up your 1010s if you got the text. Well, it's jumped up from 50 to 73. So I guess the text went out. So I'm going to go live on all of the platforms. But let me go ahead. Let me do that now. Let me just go live on all of the platforms and we'll finish saying what it is that we were talking about. All right, we're live on Twitch, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and of course, we are live on YouTube. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves. And from that love, you can spread that love outward to live your dreams, to have more fulfilling relationships. I specialize in helping you heal from relationship trauma, whether that relationship is parental, paternal, maternal, sibling. I help you heal from those things. And today's video is about that. However, before we get into that, let's finish up the maintenance that I was doing in the beginning part of the video. I wasn't going to make this video because these videos don't do well in the algorithm. And when a person's video doesn't do well in the algorithm, it stops showing it to people like you, it stops showing it to you, etc. I was on the train the other day and I was sitting next to this guy who was in a chokehold on his phone. You know how Muslim men dress with the kofi on and the long jalabia, I think it's called. It's like the dress shirt that, it looks like a long kaftan that the men wear. Nonetheless, he was sitting next to me on the train and he was in a chokehold on his phone. And I looked over at what he was looking at. And he was looking at a person building a house out of mud, rock, stone, clay. They were digging a hole in the ground and he was like transfixed in his phone. And the video had like Arabic writing on it. And I was like, wow, I wonder how he is able to find videos like so random, because the person, you can see that from the landscape, you can see that the person was building this house in what we've seen on TV as places like Iraq or or Yemen or whatnot. So I don't know where the person was, but there was Arabic on the screen and he was transfixed, and this person was digging out a hole in the ground and they were putting up these stones and putting mud and all of this stuff, and they were building, I looked away, but I could see that they were building like a house from underground. And I realized that these social media platforms push out content to people based on their interests. I was like, how is this person able to find videos in Arabic, in these different countries, doing things that just seem so random? And I realized that these social media platforms have to serve everyone. So it serves the Muslim person, it serves the Asian person, it serves the black person, it serves the white person, the pink person, beige, yellow, brown, all of that, and in between, based on your varied interests. So if your timeline is not looking how you want it to look, unfollow some of the people that you're following. Follow some new people, let the algorithm know what it is that you like. And so part of the reason that I wasn't going to do this video is because on my page, the algorithm doesn't really like videos like this. So it's important for you to like the video, for you to comment, for you to thumbs up the video. These things matter because it lets YouTube know a person like me likes this video. So other people who have viewing patterns that are like yours, YouTube will then send them my video. And if you want more videos like this, you have to support the videos. You have to share the videos. You have to let the algorithm know that you're interested in videos like this. Today we're going to be talking about happiness and are you happy? I was having a conversation with a family member yesterday because I'm going through a situation in my personal life in which I am mourning several relationships which have recently ended or transitioned or are shifting and changing shape and form behind the scenes. And I was talking to a family member, and my family member was like, wow, well, my daughters don't know you very well, but they know you better than this person that you're talking about, whom I had been interacting with for some time. And my family member was saying that this person just doesn't know that you're just not like that. You're not like that. And they were talking about, this family member was talking about me transfixing on certain things in certain ways. Like me behind the scenes. I'm going to be very honest with you. There are certain things I just don't care about. There's actually a lot of things that I don't care about. And I've been processing this in my mind over and over and over again. Like, why don't I care? I'm like, is something wrong with me that I just don't care about certain things? Is it because my mother died when I was young that I just can't stay transfixed on certain things, wallowing on certain things? Is something the matter with me, right? Because I'm like, I don't know if this level of not caring is normal, right? I don't know. But I've been thinking and thinking and thinking, what has this not caring done for me in my life? And it has brought me a level of detachment from certain things that bring misery, right? Now, trust and believe, I am still mourning the relationships that I am mourning right now behind the scenes. However, I know that the choices that I made to transition out of these relationships were what was right for me and the direction that I'm going in my life. It's actually opened up, how do I put this? The imagination, because now I'm starting to reimagine, what do I want my relationships behind the scenes to look like? What types of people do I want in my inner circle? Was this relationship going to ultimately bring me to where it is that I wanted to be, right? Miss Ma is saying she's been having those same thoughts this week. Child, I feel you. So nonetheless, are these relationships going to take me and nurture me and provide to me what it is that I need, right? And as I've been transitioning and just looking elsewhere, I've been opening up my mind to different types of people that I can interact with, different types of, and I'm going to be honest, not many of my friends, not many of my associates behind the scenes are entrepreneurs, are people who are navigating this life on a path of solopreneurship, of business creation. And that has caused me a small amount of unhappiness behind the scenes. And so with me being in this new state, I'm reinventing what my inner circle looks like. So hear me out. So there are certain things that I just don't care about. There's like I did a video the other day. Every friend ain't for everything, right? And I'm able to see people, see the relationship, see what a person is able, willing, wanting, capable of giving, and then meeting them right there with a similar energy, not from a place of anger or none of that, because I don't care. Look, if this is where this relationship is going to lead, if this is where we're going to go, if this is the category that this relationship is going to fit in, I'm all right with that. I accept it for what it is, and I move accordingly. It's not too often that I'm going to brood and all that other stuff. I don't know if this came from my mother dying when I was young and me realizing life is short. Relationships transition, people transition. Everybody's not going to be here always. I'm not going to be here always. I don't know if it's from that or if it's from something else. However, there are certain things that just don't serve me. And because they don't serve me, I don't feed them. I don't feed them my attention. I don't feed them my energy. I don't feed them my torrent of emotion. I don't feed them that. I put one foot This is my book, the Book of Affirmation Self-Love. It'll be available again soon. It's not available right now. But the final page of the book says, keep moving. Let me turn my light down. It says, keep moving. And it says what? Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And then it has an area for you to write out the affirmation, as well as a journal part for you to write in that, right? And I mean this with all my heart. Right? And when I decided to end my book with that page, with that affirmation, I meant it with all of my being. You have got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Today's video, we're talking about, are you happy? Last night, I was on a phone call with a woman who said, I was a pick-me, I was a pick-misha, I was a mammy, I put all of my eggs in the basket of men. I was the good wife. I advocated for them, and I was being abused. Physically, mentally, psychologically, she was being abused, and she still felt that she loved herself. And it wasn't until she looked at the actual activity in her life to see if she was happy that she realized that there were things in her life that were not indicative of a person who loves herself. Period. Period. And I realized when I was coaching, and you know, we have the text notification squad behind the scenes, and we get together for behind the scenes broadcasts. If you'd like to join the text notification squad, the link is in the description. It's TonyaTKO.com. Click on the button that says text, or just do /text after Tonya TKO, or just in the description. Just click from there, right? Because we have broadcast behind the scenes, I get a chance to talk with you all. I also spent 1/4 of last year doing behind the scenes coaching, business coaching and personal coaching. And I realized that there are many of us out here who are walking around with a victim mindset. We keep feeling like people are doing things to us. Oh, you made me cry. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, you made me feel this. And I'm here to tell you, you are responsible for your feelings. You. That's it. I want to do an exercise with you all. I want you all to think. I want you all to think of, what can we think of right now? All right. I'll use something benign. I want you to think of an animal outside in the cold, right? Alone, snow covering it, right? Hold on. Let me look something up real quick. Okay, I just found it.
If you're cold, they're cold. You've been out there for quite a while.
Okay, hold on. I did not find it. This is not it. I don't want this sound in here. Okay, this is not the video. Let me go back. All right, here. All right, let's do this. Go ahead now. I want you to imagine an animal in the cold, alone, in the snow. And I want you to imagine what this animal feels like out there by itself, wind howling. I want you to feel the sadness that exists. Imagine a hungry belly, no one there for it, the cold, right? And I want you to just imagine that feeling of sadness and just intensify it, just 5%. And then 5% on top of that. And just feel that feeling on the inside of aloneness. We all know what it feels like to be alone. Imagine the feeling of coldness, the shiver, that biting pain of the cold on your skin. And just intensify that feeling by 5% and 5% more. And breathe in and let it go. And just let it go. Okay? Now I want you to imagine, right? Here, I'm going to show you something. I was able to find something here. I want you to imagine the animal in the cold, right? And take a look at this. This right here is a husky. This is a husky. And the huskies love the cold, right? Here's the first video I clicked on, right? And this is a husky out in the cold, enjoying it. They're in their element, right? They're in their element. So I want you to change that feeling to one of the sparkling, crisp feeling that you feel with the tingle of fresh air on your face. That sparkling feeling of opening up your lungs with just the cool air just filling and expanding inside of you. I want you to imagine the invigoration that you feel with the blood just pumping as you walk through a brisk morning. this pip you feel in your step. And I want you to feel that happiness and just intensify that by 5 degrees. Intensify that more by 5 more degrees until you feel yourself smiling, until you feel yourself just feeling that feeling of the York peppermint patty on the hilltops and all of that. And I want you to realize that perspective is everything. Your perspective changes how you feel. On the one hand, you can be outraged, right? On the one hand, you can be outraged at a situation that exists. But it's up to you to reframe it so that you can decide, how it is that you choose to feel about something. If you are finding that you are constantly miserable, that you are constantly sad, that you are constantly feeling like people are doing things to you, I want you to think, how is this benefiting your life? At the end of the day, how is it benefiting your life? How are you benefiting from holding on to these feelings? How are you benefiting from perceiving things in a certain way? I had an associate. An associate many years ago. And this person used to call me when they were having a crisis. When things were going wrong, this person used to always reach out to me and used to always come on the phone with complaints and all this other stuff, right? And I said to this person, listen, I'm showing up in this relationship as your associate. And I feel like you're taking advantage of our relationship because you're only calling me when you're having these issues. You're only calling me when you're going through this stuff. And you are having me be and perform in the capacity of a life coach to you when that is not how I want to show up in this relationship. I just want to have an association with you. That's it. And you know what he said to me? He said, look, I call you when I need what it is that you have to give. That there's a certain feeling that I get when I talk to you. There's a certain thing that I receive from this relationship. And when I need that from you, I call you, I reach out to you. He said, by all means, when you're thinking of me and you need what it is that I have to give in this relationship, reach out to me. The phone is always open. Call me when you have a need for what this relationship provides. And I thought to myself, how often are we calling upon the resource of people in our lives so that when we know that we need a certain thing from a certain person, a certain je ne sais quoi, a certain thing that they show up with, that we turn to them and we reach out to them, much like people reach out to us when they need the feelings that we have, right? There was a person who wrote me recently and they were like, you know what? I would read the comment on air because I could find it by just doing some keyword search, but I'll just tell you about it because I don't want to reveal the person's screen name on here. So I'll just tell you about the comment. The person said, you know what, Tonya? I'm just now coming back to your videos after years of not watching you because in one of your videos you said that you don't believe in God. This is what the person is saying. I do very much believe in universal source energy. But this person was saying, you said you don't believe in God, and you said anybody who doesn't believe in God needs to unfollow you. Now, this is something that I've never said. There are conversations that I've had about people who are Christian on my page imposing their beliefs as the only belief onto other people. Right? And I've let it be known, I'm not a Christian. This is not a Christian page. This isn't a page for promotion of Christian ideals. It's not. I'm a self-love specialist and we talk about self-love. There are some people who interact with religion in such a way that it fills them, that it makes them feel full and whole. There are other people who interact with religion and it depletes them. It takes away from their feeling of self-love. It makes them feel minuscule, minimized, and all of that, right? This is part of what this video is about. How are you feeling about what it is that you're interacting with, the ways that you're showing up, how it is that you're behaving, right? So nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, listen, if you want to worship how it is that you choose to worship, purple, your comments have been removed from my screen. Don't get removed from my broadcast, okay? Your feelings about how it is that you want to fear your God or how you want to worship, that is between you and your version of God. Don't start pushing that on other people. This isn't the place for that. And this broadcast isn't the place for that. So nonetheless, so this person came back to my videos and they said, I turned away from your videos because you said that, and I'm happy to have found you again. Listen. I provide what it is that I provide in my videos. If you find benefit from what it is that I am providing, enjoy the videos. If you do not find benefit, then please go forth into where it is that you are benefiting most. You see, because you cutting yourself off from a source which is helping you to love yourself more, to find love in your relationships, to detach from that which doesn't serve you. This is a resource for that. My videos are a resource for that. You are not hurting me by cutting off your resource to the messaging that you need. You aren't hurting me because my messages are going to be here for the people who need them. There was a person that just commented and said, I needed to hear this today. Golden Queen, thank you. Because this is what the videos are here for. The videos are here for you to benefit as you see fit. Use the videos to help yourself. Unsubscribing is not going to stop the messages. It's only going to put it into the ears and minds of those who are going to and have chosen to benefit from them. And I want you to think about your relationships, right? How are you interacting in your relationships? Are you benefiting from the relationships? Are the relationships feeding you? Because far too many of us say, if this relationship cannot give what it is that I want in this aspect, I'm going to cut off this relationship, though I am benefiting from the relationship in these other ways. And I'm here to implore you, create the dynamic in your relationships in which you are giving in a way that you choose to give, in which you feel comfortable giving, in which you are not expecting anything back in return for what it is that you are giving. And if you are expecting something back, right? If you do not get that back, how do you navigate in this relationship? I need you to weigh the full pros and the cons against the balance of your self-love. Is this relationship an act of self-love or self-abuse? And only you know that. Only you know that. So I need you to think within yourself, and I need you to navigate accordingly. How are your actions? How are your actions showing up in your life and participating and contributing to your happiness? Are you constantly feeling afraid, alone, victimized, hurt? Are you constantly crying? Are you constantly angry? Are you constantly sad? Are you constantly jealous, envious? Are you constantly feeling all of these different feelings on the inside? I want you to take ownership of your feelings. If you are constantly feeling like a victim, you're going to have to look around and see what is it and how is it that you're showing up, that you are constantly feeling like a victim, that you are constantly feeling like people are doing things to you. How you do anything is how you do everything. And if you are going from relationship to relationship, constantly upset about how people are doing you, I gave this quote years ago. Be careful. How does it go? Be careful with people who are constantly the victim in their stories, because it's only a matter of time before you are the villain in one of theirs. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you are constantly going from relationship to relationship, constantly talking, oh, this person did this to me, and you're finding new people, because you know what? It happens. You find these new people to listen to you, and you're like, this person in my last relationship did this to me. And the person is like, oh no, that's so terrible. And you're listening and listening to this person go on and on about all of these people that have done XYZ to them, right? Then they go in another relation, oh, this is what this person did. And you're like, oh. But meanwhile, what is the story that this other person has? How are they interpreting the interaction? Are your behaviors and patterns, the interactions that you're having in these relationships, are they patterned? Is this constantly happening to you over and over again? And full is saying, got to hold yourself accountable. No, absolutely not. And I do not want you to have that as the takeaway from this message. The message is, I have got to hold myself accountable. And everybody who is watching this video here today, we all have different ways in which we have played the victim in our stories. And I want the message and the takeaway from today to be, how do I hold myself accountable in my relationships for my feelings? How do I do not want us talking about other people and what other people out there need to do, because as we are sitting here thinking that somebody else needs to do it, you need to do it. So I'm going to put you on the forefront, full metal. You need to hold yourself accountable. And I would love it if you could rewrite that statement, because if you cannot say out loud that I need to hold myself accountable for my feelings, for my actions, for how I show up, if you can't say that, then you are definitely who this message is to. So I would love for everybody to start typing that out right now. I must hold myself accountable, because this message is about us. I do not want us to sit here passively thinking about somebody out there. Because as the lady on the phone last night said, she'd been watching my videos for years. However, she had still been getting beat up in her relationship. She thought that she loved herself. But were her actions self-loving? Were they? They were not. Because we all have different ways in which we can love ourselves more. But while we're too busy looking out at other people, we're not looking at ourselves. Look at yourself this morning. In how many of your relationships are you feeling that other people are doing something to you? That's the question. In how many of your relationships are you sitting there feeling victimized? That you're going to your Thanksgiving dinners and you're like, oh, my family is always doing this to me. I implore you to please change your perspective. You can't be out here like a raw nerve, Give yourself an emotional root canal. Cleanse yourself of all of this raw nerve energy where you are hypersensitive out there, thinking that all of these people are doing all of these things to you. Only one person, two people now. I'm going to hold myself accountable and love myself more because I deserve and worthy of love. I must hold myself accountable. There's 200 people on YouTube, 30 on Facebook, 1 on Twitch. That one person on Twitch, I need to see you write the comment. I must hold myself accountable. I hold myself accountable. I need to see it. Because you all ain't gonna sit here thinking that your shit don't stink. When it does. It does. It stinks. And we've got to do that inner work. Okay, Scotty, I must hold myself accountable. I want to see these sentences. Out of 232 people, only 3 people are putting up the comment. And somebody is trying to talk about how good I look. You need to be doing the assignment, Jessica. Okay. Ash, I hold myself accountable. Okay, Ryanie, I hold myself accountable. I will hold myself accountable. Taylor, I hold myself accountable. And my shit does stink. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. I hold myself accountable. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this person is about to, here, let me help you and show you how serious I am about when I give an assignment. Play with it if you choose to. When you see I'm serious like this, don't play with me. And then don't come to my other channel afterwards asking me to unblock you. Don't play with me. All right. So I see some more. I must hold myself accountable. Lovely. Teresa says I hold myself accountable. Curtis says I must hold myself accountable. Carol says I hold myself accountable. Rami says I must and will always hold myself accountable. Hannah says I hold myself accountable. Little Bit says I hold myself accountable. Trina says I definitely hold myself accountable. Erica says I have held myself accountable. She's been talking in the past tense. Lena says I must hold myself accountable. Thank you. Tam Tam says I hold myself accountable. I will hold myself accountable. I hold myself accountable, says Bree. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Because at the end of the day, I need you to look at your actions. I need you to look at your relationships. And I need you to state out loud, I am responsible for my feelings. My feelings are my own. My feelings are my own. Your feelings are a result of a complex set of your background, your DNA, your experiences, your perspective. Your feelings are a result of that. You are responsible for your feelings and how it is that you choose to feel. In the same way that we can think about an animal outside and feel sad for the animal in the snow, or be happy that this animal is out there in the snow that they love so much. Sophia has added that she's forgiving herself. Exactly. Gratitude, Tonya. Absolutely. This is a must, and I'm grateful for you this rising. Thank you. Thank you. I am responsible for my feelings. Absolutely. Absolutely. And in no way, shape, or form am I asking you to stay in a relationship in which you are being abused. You must take responsibility for how it is that you are feeling and navigate accordingly. Navigate accordingly. And realize that your feelings are a result of your perspective. They are. The way that you are perceiving a thing, as well as how you are perceiving how you fit into that scenario. There are many a people that can say many a thing to a person. Like, you'll see people who will come on here and they'll either call me skinny, they'll call me fat, they'll call me too dark or too light. This has nothing to do with me. This is all them. How I react in response to this is all me. Do I think that I am too light, too skinny, too fat, too dark? Do I think those things? Realize that your triggers are yours. You are triggered for reasons that exist inside of you, and only you control that. You have to go get the help that you need, go get the therapy that you need, the support that you need. And I'm not saying keep people around who are disrespecting you. However, I want you to look and see that not everything that you're perceiving as disrespect is disrespect. Not every way in which you are feeling quote unquote victimized, you are actually being victimized. And it's a fine line. It's a fine line. Sean says, you are really speaking to me right now. I just discussed this topic with my husband. Spoke in past tense because a therapist said a year ago the same thing you're saying. Okay, we still have to speak in present tense. We still have to hold ourselves accountable. I have to hold myself accountable for how I show up in relationship. I have to hold myself accountable for the cause and effect in my relationships. I want you to know that your decision to feel hurt by people's words is your decision. Your decision to feel hurt by people's actions is your decision. A person's actions can be unacceptable, yes, but your decision to feel hurt is your decision. You don't have to be hurt by it. You can look at the bigger picture. There's a guy, what is his name? Don Miguel Ruiz, I believe it is. He wrote the 4 Agreements. Let me read to you what the 4 Agreements are. The 4 Agreements, let's see if I can find a blog discussing the 4 Agreements. All right, it's on Wikipedia. Okay, here it is. The 4 Agreements. Wikipedia is not showing the 4 Agreements. Give me 1 second. I had to back out of there. The 4 Agreements. Let me see if I can see, because I want to see the 4 Agreements. Okay, here we go. The 4 Agreements. The source of self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. Based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the 4 Agreements offer a powerful code of conduct. Blah, 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 blah. Here it is, the 4 Agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Those are the 4 Agreements, right? And I want you to stop taking things so personally. That's if I could give you any takeaway, I might have to revisit that book, because I have the book. I read it about 10 years ago. I probably could stand to read it again. But nonetheless, Curtis is saying, how can we control how we feel? Call me, Curtis. Call me now. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Curtis, if you're able to call, put up the number 1, and I'll keep the phone lines open for you. If you're not able to call, put up a 0, and I will allow other people to call in. But if you're able to call in, let me know, because I will keep the phone line open for you. There's the number on the screen, 323-488-3149. So, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's take a short break. And then, Curtis, I'm going to wait to hear from you. I'm going to open up the phone lines in just a moment. Let's take a quick movement break. Let me close the phone lines real quick. We're going to take a quick movement break because we need to move. We've been sitting down for 45 minutes without moving. And so let's go ahead and get some You know, I love me. Let me see. Let me see. What should we listen to right now? What's this? All right. All right. Get up out your seat. Come on. Come on. Come on. It doesn't matter how you move as long as you move. That's it. Come on. Get up out your seat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just get up out your seat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whatever you do, just get up out your seat and move. If it's late or early in your part of town and you're still in bed, move your feet left to right. Move your arms left to right. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you move. Flex your muscles. Come on. Come on. We're gonna take a quick break. There's gonna be some QR codes on the screen. Come on. And those QR codes are going to help you contribute to the broadcast. If you're enjoying the broadcast, support the broadcast. Come on. Come on. One foot in front of the other. Come on. As long as you move, that's all that matters. Hey. That's all that matters. And I'll see you back in 2 minutes.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Lit check, been a minute, let me hit the homies in a group text. 10 years, same team. Got a couple trophies, but no chains on the neck. Got a couple Cardis, we don't flood with baguettes. It's a very small world, so my hand holds. Wake up, make the money, that's a man's role. Loyalty and love is what I stand for. Can't forget about trust, but first, please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week. Please fill my singing like, whoa, oh, oh, oh. It's the weekend, we've been working. I'll be posted, fireside. Bring my boys in, bring your girls in. We'll be posted up all night. Limited edition, not the regular one. We shut down the city like when presidents come. I am not a rookie, I'm a veteran, bruh. Promise I'ma take it easy later on. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa. Please fill my cup.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed that movement break. I try to play upbeat music so that it's easy. So that it's easy for you to be able to move, to dance, to get your groove on. So let us, it seems like the person said that they were not able to call in. So is there somebody else that wants to call in and get some coaching this morning? If you if you would like to, because I got a message from the person, they said they were driving and that Curtis said that Curtis could not call in because driving, unfortunately. So if there's somebody else who wants to get some coaching on how do you control your feelings, I'd be more than happy to give you that this morning. Put up the number 1. If not, so Crystal is saying, Curtis, I love your question because I struggle with this, especially as a nurturer and empath, trying to find my balance. So Crystal, are you able to call in since you're feeling Curtis's question so much? Are you able to call in? If you are, put up the number 1. If not, then... So Crystal says she's struggling. Crystal, put up the number 1 if you're able to call in. Oh, my microphone, my thing. So Crystal, are you able to call in? You could talk as you're walking into work, right? Did we broadcast too late this morning? Well, you know what? I did the best that I could. Because I wasn't going to come forward at all with this topic because, like I said, it doesn't do well in the algorithm. So I need you all to thumbs up. If you appreciate the topic or you needed this, support the broadcast. All right. So Crystal pulled over. Okay. So here, I'll open up the phone lines real quick here. All right, Crystal says she's going to try. There's the number on the screen, 323-488-3149. So Crystal, you don't have to stay inside of YouTube. You can close out YouTube and just use the phone to just call in. You don't have to keep the YouTube open. So 323, as you open up your phone app and start dialing now, 323-488-3149. Pem, you're in class and on the phone? Wow, that is, I'm happy you're here. However, I also want you to be present with what's going on in front of you, So, all right. So, Crystal, we're waiting for you. Let me see if I could put on a little lip liner. All right, 323-488-3149. As you know, I am a professionally trained life coach from an accredited program. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I use my skills to help. Okay. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tonya. This is Crystal O'Shea.
Hi, Crystal.
I'm calling from
Welcome.
Chicago.
Hey, Mama, how much time do you have before you have to head into work? Because right now it's 10 minutes to the top of the hour.
Okay. I have time. I'm pulled over. I make time for Tonya.
But what time do you have to be at work? Because it ain't going to do you no good if next thing you know, you calling me up talking about I ain't got no job now.
No, I drive, so I didn't clock in yet.
Oh, okay.
I saw your post, and I was like, let me see this topic because this is really resonating. So I was like, before I start.
Okay, so Curtis wasn't able to call in, and you responded to Curtis that, hold on, I have to clear my throat. And you responded to Curtis that you were really feeling the question because you're an empath and all of these other things. So talk to us about what it is that you're going through and your perspective.
Not knowing when I'm feeling somebody else's emotions and being in my feminine or my nurturing space and not understanding the difference between that or when I should just protect my love, my nurturing and my feminine space, protect my energy, when to, I guess, know how to give or like abide by what the universe is trying to show me on how to give. Like, I love service. I'm a person that loves giving service, right? Like, I would love to like help my neighbor. I believe in helping community or being an advocate for injustice or something like that. But from a child growing up, I used to be in the church. I'm really not no more. I'm more devoted and like spiritual. I believe in all people and their
You know,
races.
let
Well,
us
not their
hold
races,
on.
their
Let's hold
spiritualities,
on.
right?
Let's go back. Let's go back because this is a little too whimsical for me. I need you to give me a very
Okay.
specific example so that we can have something that we can sink our teeth into because I can't advise you on an idea. So let's talk
Okay.
specifics. What is it that you're dealing with that you are wondering whether or not you are empathically feeling somebody else's feelings, being in your feminine, nurturing all of that? What is the experience? What are we talking about?
Should I go in like parent form or relationship form? Like, so, so
Whichever
we could
one
keep
is
it
the one
real
that
specific.
you would like advice and
Help with.
advisement on, coaching on this morning.
Okay, let's go with relationship. Like,
Okay.
I struggle with. I'm not in a relationship. I chose to be single and just work on me. I'm trying to figure out how to work on me. But in that, I try not to also not be bitter on how men treat me because I'm a mother, but yet I seem to be put in positions like how you were saying, how we were talking about how to control our feelings. And sometimes in the space, it's up to you to control your feelings. I had recent talks with men, some that are my friends, but they end up trying to like want to be in relationships with me, and but they really don't. They just lust, right? They lust after me, or they lust at the ideal of me. But and so that makes me mad because it makes me feel like I'm personally not progressing because of my personal or my past life or where I'm trying to grow in my healing. And I feel like in those moments, I'm personally like getting mad. I'm personally wanting to be bitter. I'm personally want to be angry at men. I'm personally wanting to be like, why do men want me to be subservient? Or if I'm being nice and respectful, even just as a human being, not as a woman, why are you saying my worth as a woman is less than? Or as a black woman, I'm less than, I'm this, and and when you were saying that you have to control your feelings in those moments, I'm like, that is so hard for me to do. Like, I don't always understand like how to do that because of the
Okay,
labels.
so
If that's making sense to you.
I'm confused because you're saying that you have male friends that are trying to sleep with you.
Sometimes, like how men can like, how can I say it? Like, men could, they're your friend, but then all of a sudden they probably feel an attraction for you. And when people are not truly in tune with their emotions or their feelings. They keep certain things in denial. Like I don't really think they're like, or they'll say, "Oh, I love you," and it's like you don't love me. You just love the idealism of me, or you love the idealism that you think you could sleep with me because of how
So,
you view women.
okay,
And
so
I don't want that type of energy.
there's a lot of things that you're saying that are just kind of folding in on one another because there's a lot of different layers. Because at one point you were talking about feeling bitter and subservient. Why would you need to be subservient to a friend? Like, I'm confused. There's so much going on, Crystal.
I'm trying to I'm trying to explain it. That's why I need you to give me like topic points, or
I can't give
so
you a
I can
topic
stay on
point. You
track.
said that you have a difficult time understanding that your feelings are your own.
I think I'm showing
And
it now as I'm explaining it.
tell me more. Elaborate so I can understand. Talk me through it.
Let me see. Let me give one example of what kind of made me mad this week.
Okay.
Like, I'll go with the woman emotions.
Give me
I
just
get a lot
hold
of
on,
guys
hold
that
on, hold
say,
on, hold on, hold on. I want you to think about what it is that you're going to talk about while I address the audience. Lala,
okay,
you've lost the privilege
I
of
know
your
they're like,
comments
this baby
showing on
confused.
screen. You've lost that privilege. When someone has the courage to call in, especially if you see that this is a person who is commenting with you all in the comments, I need you to be respectful to the person because it's not easy to come up here on the phone and speak about a personal issue. Lala, if you want to call in and talk about a personal issue so that you could put yourself up on the block, let's do that. But don't be in the
It's not easy
audience
for me to
attacking the person on
elaborate.
the phone. All right, so nonetheless, let's talk real quick about a situation that made you angry this week and you are having a difficult time realizing that your feelings are your own. And somebody asked inside of the comments about disregarding feelings. I never want you to disregard your feelings. Your feelings are there to indicate that something is happening and you have to pay attention to your feelings. However, I don't want you to assign your feelings to other people. So that's what I'm talking about. So hopefully we can get an example from Crystal so that we can be able to give an example. So go ahead, my dear.
So I get a lot of guys telling me that women are emotional. Um, we don't know how to make decisions, or we don't know how to care for them. But I'm like, I show men all the time. I care for them. I can listen. I can nurture you. I can handle business when it's business, and I can still not be emotional. Or I don't understand like why my feelings are not never being heard, or sometimes be denied. I know right now it's like, well, you sound confusing, so that's why. But like, I promise you, like on a one-on-one conversation, it's more elaborative. Like,
No,
but
no, no.
I,
Let's let's
um,
let's 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 flesh this out real quick, right?
okay,
Hold on. Someone is trying to call in. I gotta stop the calls from coming because people see I'm on the line. Let me. All right.
that's good. They coming in now. That's good. They calling in. Sorry,
No, it's not good
I'm
because you're not gonna
trying.
go nowhere. Stay right there. All right. So
Okay.
there's a few different things that are being conflated, right? So you're talking
Okay.
about friends, but then you're also talking about suitors. And then you're talking about
Yeah.
these friends talking about how women are emotional. Are these people really friends? See, this is why I don't use the term friend for
Okay.
everybody. Are these people friends?
Okay.
That's the question. Please answer. Are these people friends?
I consider them friends.
What is it that it takes for a
But that
person
may
to
be
be,
a problem.
what is it that it takes for a person to be considered your friend?
If, as long as they're truthful, their self, I feel like nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws. So as long as they're truthful and honest, um,
That's the only criteria that it takes for
and
somebody to
not
be your
really try
friend.
to not, no, not really trying to like um, backstab me or intentionally
Okay.
hurt me. Like
So
I know, so
listen,
if they're
you're going to
unintentionally hurting me, like and we can have
listen.
a conversation.
I know you have to get to work, so I'm just trying to expedite this, right? You're
Hmm.
going to have to reevaluate what it takes to be your friend, who it is that you're calling your friend. Because what it is that you're saying to me is you have these people as quote unquote friends, but these people are minimizing you as a human being and got you in a position where now you jumping through hoops to try to show them that you can care about them, that you can nurture. Why are you trying to nurture a male friend? Nurture them into what?
I feel like everybody needs nurturing and love. I told you I'm an empath. Or
This,
if I
I,
see
I,
pain and hurt, I'm like, okay. It
I
doesn't matter if
find,
it's a man or a woman, but the pain for me resides in men more because those are what I've been experiencing lately. Like I don't understand why. I'm trying to figure this part out.
okay,
Why? The things that you're
let's,
saying right now to me is very
mm-hmm.
strong. Like it's very potent. It's very poignant.
Yes.
So like I'm listening.
Let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind. Okay? Number
Mhm.
one. Number one. You have got to create a more robust criteria for people who are considered friends. How old are you? You don't have to give me your exact age. Are you 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s?
I'm over 35.
Okay, so you're 30s. Okay. This is the time in your life where you're having to create your roots and figuring your relationships and your friendships out. I need to state this for the record. I need to state this for the
Okay.
record. Men are not the default people. Women are the original people. We are the original people. We are the ones who have created others. We get so
Yeah, I
many
learned that the hard
men,
way as a mother.
we get so many
Mhm.
men who are pretending as if they are the default people, and anyone who is different from them, who deviates from how they behave, are the anomaly. No, no. Men's behavior is being exposed more and more for the toxicness that is inherent in their behavior, their lack of fidelity, their lack of creating true friendships, true emotional bonds, especially with women, seeing women as objects and not people. This
Yes,
misnomer,
that's what
this
I'm going through.
this misnomer where they're pretending as if women are the emotional ones. Men are far more emotionally volatile than women. Men are far more emotionally volatile than women are. So please stop letting these men get inside your ear. Stop. Stop letting these men get inside your ear and pretend as if they're the person defaultus, personas defaultus that is them. We have to stop modeling
Okay.
ourselves after men's behavior. Men's behavior is not in the best interest of the earth, of the globe, of themselves and society and people at large. Their behavior is destructive and is destroying this world. I need us to pay attention. We have to stop
Okay.
with this male worship. They have convinced us that they are the ones that we split out from the side of their ribs, and this is not the case. Every human being came through a woman's body. Every human being was nurtured in a woman's loins. Women are the personas defaultus. The fact that men can go and have intercourse with people and not develop emotional bonds, that's not something to be envied or emulated. This is problematic, it's toxic, and it's something that needs to be eradicated. They are the ones that need to learn how to form emotional bonds, how to be faithful and have fidelity. They're the ones that must learn this. So back to you, my
Because
dear.
Okay.
Back to you. You have to, number
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
stop calling everybody a friend, because that is tricking you
Okay.
into thinking that you need to put up with things that you do not need to put up with. You need to have a criteria. The same way that you have a criteria for who
Okay.
can get inside your bed, you need to have a criteria for who can be called a friend. That's number one. Number two, I
Okay.
have found in my professional experience that people who call themselves empaths are people who use that word as an excuse to self-abuse. Listen, you are a spirit having
Okay.
you're a spirit having a human experience. There is nothing that you are being forced to feel.
Okay.
I had a near-death experience in 2007. When I came out of this near-death experience, I had the ability to hear, not audibly, but hear it in feeling. This is how I'm able to read tarot, and I'm able to tap into people. I started getting messages about people. I'd be talking to people, customer service on the line, and have messages from spirit world to these people. I didn't like this. I didn't like invading people's privacy. So I spoke to
Right.
spirit and I said, listen, I only want to feel this with the consent of other people. I don't want to be invading people's
Okay.
privacy, right? I don't want to be invading people's
Okay.
privacy. Like, I can tell you, you're having an issue with one of your children right now.
I'm sitting close to one of my kids. So you
Okay.
feeling. That's why I
Okay.
know if I kept talking, you will feel like, or you will get what I'm saying, despite like it sounds like rhetoric. I know you will get it because you're good at this, science. Come on, keep going because you're hitting it on the head.
So,
Despite
no,
what everybody's
so,
seeing and what everybody's hearing, you are giving me tools to add to my life. I'm writing these points down about the friends, setting more boundaries. Keep going. Keep going,
okay.
miss, please.
So we as people, we have to realize that as human beings, we're all connected. How it is that you are
Yes.
feeling, if you are feeling a rush of emotions that you feel are from other people, just tell spirit that you don't want to feel that. You choose not to, and just block it off. Create a dam.
Okay.
Create a closing door. Close it so that you're not having this. They have this valve in the heart that when the heart beats, it pumps the blood out, and the valve closes so that there's
Oh,
no backflow. You
the
need to
preacher
create.
just gave me a sermon about the heart and the valve and the flow and how it's connected to the body and spirit. Girl, go ahead. Keep going. Yes.
Okay. So you need to create a way so that there's no spiritual backflow, so that you're not getting that backflow from other people. Close the door. Close the door.
Okay.
So
And
I
how,
need
what did you say that I need to do to create that spiritual? Because that's also a problem.
talk
What
talk
do I
to
need to
talk to
say?
spirit. Talk to spirit. Say, I don't want
Okay.
this. I don't want this. Demand that it's not there. Demand that you have that backflow cut off. I don't want this, and it stops now.
Okay.
And if you ever feel that the back door starts to open up again, say, no, no, no. I choose not to take this on, and just push it back out and talk to spirit and let spirit know, no, I don't want this. Let's close this off. I had an associate long ago who was a psychic, right? And she was ill. She was ill. She had a terrible cold. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to send healing vibrations to you. And I meditated on it and I sent healing vibrations. She wrote to me and was like, oh, how wonderful. I'm no longer ill, but me. I was ill then at that point. That's when I realized I needed to stop
Wow.
that backflow. because I used to go around
Okay.
talking about how I'm an empath and all of this other stuff, and I decided I didn't want that, and so I had to close it off. So let's get back to you now. So
Yes.
you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to stop allowing anybody and everybody to be in your realm under the umbrella of friend, because everybody is not your friend. You're going to have to stop allowing these people to play in your face, where they're saying things to you that do not resonate with you, where you got yourself jumping through these hoops trying to please and appease them for what? To show them that you
Okay.
can nurture. The first place that love needs to exist is inside yourself. Any amount of love that anybody
Absolutely.
else receives has to be received from a cup that is overflowing. If you have a cup that is not full and you're over there divvying out to other people, you deplete your cup. You have to
True.
give from the overflow.
Okay.
So you said that you felt
I see
some
what you're
anger.
saying.
You said you felt anger this past week. What was it that made you angry?
It's mostly that, like, dealing with my spiritual side, not knowing how to cut off, especially when you're exhausted. And also, like, just listening to, like, people, well, mostly my male friends or guys that's like, oh, you women have it easy. Oh, well, your mom, you should have Section 8, or you don't understand, like, what men go through with cops. I'm like, all these things that you're saying, I've experienced. Like, the things that you're saying a man experienced, I have experienced too. I don't denote your walk or your story. Why are you denoting mine? And it makes me angry, and it makes me want to, like, fight. Like women go through this. Like, I've gone through this. Like, I've been through the similar stuff. Or
Okay, so
why are you
let's
accosting me?
talk. Let's talk. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one of the things that I
Okay.
need you to realize, right? There are ways in which you benefit from these relationships with these men. This particular man who was saying this to you, in what ways do you benefit from the relationship?
As far as, like, the only thing that I see, that when that happens, I just listen and I try to take something from it. Like,
I need you to answer my
um,
question. I need you to answer my question. In what ways do you benefit from the relationship with this man?
my benefit. Huh. I learn the truth about society. When I
What
listen
truth?
to that, that's the only thing I take. I say, oh, well, that's how men, like, society views it. Okay, so I will
I need
probably,
listen.
like,
This
I'll
is what
try
I
to
need you
change
to
it.
do. I need you. It's the beginning of 2024. We're in the second month. I need you to go through and I need you to prune your friends list. Anybody who you have a
Okay.
relationship with where you are not benefiting in any way. You say you learn truths about society. The things that you're saying to the things you're hearing from this man are angering you because you know deep in your spirit that the stuff they're talking is malarkey.
It's true. That's true.
So how are you benefiting? You are receiving no benefit. The only thing that you're getting from this relationship is a confrontational interaction that leads to you feeling angry. You're not benefiting in any way. You're just being angered by these interactions. And then they want to try to stick their dirty dicks near you too. Girl, please go through like a wrecking ball and knock some of these relationships out of your life. We talked about this earlier in the broadcast. How are you benefiting from interacting with certain people? And if you are benefiting in a certain way, interact in that way. In the ways that you're not benefiting, do not interact in those ways. I dated a guy, And it wasn't until we were already deep into the relationship that I realized that this mother effer had manosphere talking points. It was so infuriating because at that point I was already locked in, only for me to realize that this person had manosphere talking points. It was infuriating. It was infuriating. And it got to the point where there were certain topics we just could not discuss because it wasn't going to go anywhere. I was already locked into a relationship with this person and I was able to get myself out of it. You have these friendships in which if you have no intimate bond with these people, they're not the father of your children, they do not pay your bills, you're not benefiting from the relationship, come through like a wrecking ball and get rid of the relationships that do not serve you. Because sitting up there and being angered in conversations with manosphere talking points it's infuriating. It's infuriating. So you need to take ownership of your feelings and do something about it. I'm not saying to push your feelings aside to this. Do something about it. What are you going to do about it? You don't enjoy interacting with these people in this way. What are you going to do about it? Tell me right now. What are you going to do about it?
That's what I was just about to ask. I was going to say I love giving, so it's hard for me to take. A lot of people tell me I need to take or use me in a certain type of way.
Girl,
and I don't
girl,
like that. So how can I balance?
Girl, you need to love yourself. Start with self-love.
I like giving.
You don't like giving, you like self-abusing.
How? I love it. If you see me in my natural element, I love it.
If you loved it, you'd not be hurt by it. You don't love it.
I'd be hurt by people who don't receive it as love. They're like you said earlier, their perception of the denial that they're in is not mine. Listen, I love being a giver, but I don't like.
You do not love it. You don't love it.
Okay.
And that's one of the first lies that you have to stop telling yourself. You're looking for something in exchange, and when you're not getting that, you're getting angry. You're looking for them to receive, to do. What would you like in exchange for your giving?
Nothing.
You want something.
I like giving people rides for free. I love helping my community. Listen, you're in denial and I need you to speak honestly because time is ticking. What is it that you are wanting in exchange for your giving? I would love everybody in my community to be happy. I would like people to be happy.
Okay, well then they're happy taking from you. You still happy? They're happy taking and using you. You still happy?
Correct. No.
All right then.
I'm not denying the self-abusing.
I get it. Be honest right now, right here, because time is ticking. What is it that you are expecting?
No, I'm saying no.
What are you expecting for what it is that you're giving? What are you expecting? Be honest.
The person to be happy. I'm hoping that I add value into another person's life.
I need you. Do not repeat this to me again, please. Come up with a new answer.
Okay.
Don't repeat to me about them being happy. Okay, don't repeat that to me. Because that is a lie that you tell yourself that you were probably told in childhood. That is a lie. You are wanting something in exchange for your giving. What is that?
No. That's something I probably have to ask myself.
You know yourself. Answer it now. What are you wanting in exchange? Because you're not getting it. You're not getting it, and therefore you are ending up unhappy. What are you wanting in exchange for what you're giving? Because you know when you don't get it, because then you start feeling unhappy. You start feeling used.
I like to grow. I like to learn new things. If I'm
Okay.
doing stuff, I like to learn stuff.
So when you give somebody something, you want them to come pull out a calculus book and start teaching you? Is that what it is?
Not really a calculus, but you can teach me if you know how to like build something. Then like if you say, well, this was when I was younger. Like if you say, hey, I know how to build this. I
Listen,
appreciate you
listen,
helping me this,
listen.
and
Stop,
then I can
stop,
take that and I
stop,
can put that
stop,
into
stop,
my
stop,
life
stop.
skills.
Listen, when you hear me speaking, I need you to stop speaking. Stop. Okay, stop.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you like giving people rides, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. What is it that can happen after you give a person a ride that'll make you feel bad about giving them a ride?
If they cuss me out,
Okay. All right. So then you are expecting something. What is it that you're expecting? Come
them,
on.
you say don't say that.
What is the opposite of being
Did they get
cussed
to their
out?
destination safely? You said what is the opposite of what?
What is the opposite of being cussed out?
Um, Grateful or
Thank
elated
you.
that they're
Let's focus on that. You are helping
okay.
people and you are expecting gratitude.
Okay.
Let's start with that. So you're expecting gratitude. What else are you expecting?
We're using the ride as examples, right? I'm expecting them to be safe at their destination.
What are you expecting
I'm
from
expecting
them? Let's go to the opposite then. What are some
a good
things?
conversation.
Okay. Okay, so you're expecting a good
I, I,
conversation. Okay, what else?
yeah, I like that.
What
Um,
else?
I expect to learn something. I do learn a lot of
Okay.
things from people when I
Okay.
have
So
interactions with them.
so I need you to be very honest with yourself. Go get your journal and I need you to be honest with what it is that you're expecting from these relationships. And it's okay to have
Yes, I'm writing your
expectations.
points down now.
However, you need to be realistic about what it is that you're expecting. I am giving,
Okay.
and what I'm expecting is gratitude. I'm expecting good conversation. I'm expecting them to teach me something. I'm expecting for me to be safe because there are things
And
that
a positive attitude.
okay, a positive
Mhm.
attitude. So I need you to be realistic about when you are giving, whether you're giving rides, whether you're giving pussy, whether you're giving money. I need you to be very realistic because for you to say, oh, I just like giving, that's disingenuous. Because what
Okay.
you're doing is you're giving on the front end, expecting something on the back end, but you're not even being honest with yourself about what it is that you're expecting, but you know when you don't receive it because you have that feeling on the inside. That feeling of loss, lack. I lost something, I gave of something, and I didn't get replenished.
Okay, I get that. Mhm. That's deep.
So there are a lot of people who were taught in childhood, oh, you got to give and don't expect nothing in return. God gave his only begotten son, this, that, and the
I was
other.
about to say
Well,
just in church. Yes. Yes.
well, there were some stipulations that came along with Jesus dying on the cross. All sin was forgiven, but now you got to repent, you got to do this, you got to be grateful, you got to do a bunch of stuff, you got to live within these things, you got to get baptized. There's a lot of things that you have to do because in the Christian religion you ain't just going to heaven just like that. Okay,
Right.
so Jesus died on the cross, but now you got to do something in exchange for that.
And your faith without work is dead. Facts. Okay.
Right. So I
So
need
I
you
have to do
to
more work
stop. I need
than
you to
my faith.
stop. I need you to stop being the good Christian where you're expecting to be like Jesus up on the cross, hands dripping of blood as people use your life source to be
True.
redeemed.
Okay.
If you are expecting something back
Absolutely.
in exchange in these relationships, that is all right. But you have to be honest with yourself about what it is that you're expecting. And you can even be upfront with people. You know what? I'm going to give you this ride. The only thing I expect is good conversation and a positive attitude. And just be grateful at the end.
Mm.
If somebody came to you and they said, you know what, Crystal? I'm going to give you this rent payment that you said you need. The only thing I want from you is a thank you, a Christmas card at the end of the year. And if I ever need you, I need you to show up. If somebody said that to you, would you be grateful that they let you know up front what they want in exchange for what it is that they're giving?
Absolutely.
All right.
I've had that and I had the latter, so but I appreciate the upfrontness, yes.
All right. So I need you to start being upfront. Listen,
Yeah,
sir,
I can
I'm
see
going to
that.
let
I
you,
can see where I could
sir,
falter in that.
sir, I'm going to let you in my life. However, in exchange, I need you to have respect for me. Listen, my inner circle is very small. In exchange for being in my inner circle, well, it sounds like your inner circle is big, but I need you to trim it up. And I need you to have
Okay.
some criteria for your inner circle. And I need there to be a barrier to entry. So that you say, sir, listen, my inner circle is small. In exchange for being in my inner circle, I need for you to speak to me with respect. I need for XYZ to be present in our relationship. If it is not present, I'm not going to be able to be in this relationship. I need for you to never come on to me. Never offer me your penis, ever. And if you're okay with that, then we can continue with being associates.
Okay. I can see how I can apply even all of that into my whole life, like
All
as far
right.
as setting the boundary. Because my circle is small, but the giving that I give is big. But I need to tone it down. I need to be upfront. I need to set the boundaries and the guidelines, like you say, like,
Yes.
and then like do the wrecking ball thing, like. And I see how, yes, the points
Yes.
that you're giving are really,
Yes. You
really
know what?
poignant. Are really gonna
Because I
apply.
have
Like I see
money,
that now.
people come to me asking for loans all the time. Well, they used to. They don't do that too much anymore because I don't lend people
Yeah.
money. I have work that needs to be done, and I can give you money in
Right.
exchange for work. That is the expectation that I set up front. And people stop asking me to lend them money because they know that it comes with a string attached. You need to bring your ass and you need to
Okay.
work for this money. Ain't no free ride over here. I don't care who, male, female, man, woman, or child.
Right.
Work needs to be done over here. I got vitamin E that needs to be packed. I got boxes that need to be closed. I got emails that need to be sent. I got videos that need to be edited. I got a lot of work that needs to be done over here. I don't lend people money.
Okay.
And I need you to have some criteria for what is required of this help that you're giving. Because what's ending up happening is you're self abusing, expecting something in return, and you're not being upfront about what it is that you're expecting. And when you don't get it, you end up feeling hurt, used, misused, depleted, a whole bunch of other stuff.
Or if people just don't see it as love, they think like it's something else. I'll be like, wait, what? Like, okay, like, so yeah, I could see that. I could see all of what you're saying and how they could also perceive me in the way that they're perceiving me,
Well,
which
the women
really,
are a
at the end of the
resource.
day, is me not setting myself and my boundaries
Exactly.
clear,
Exactly.
which really what it boils down to. So I'm seeing how they're feeling the way that they're feeling because I'm not
Exactly.
upfront. I'm just like, hey, here's my love. Like everybody could get the love, like, but I'm not
Exactly.
protecting and anointing and covering the love. Like you still have to protect love, just like we have to protect. We try to protect ourselves from hate. We also have to learn how to protect love, and I'm struggling with that. Like how to cover and anoint and protect my love as I
Well,
give
you
it.
have to
And you
be
gave some wonderful
discerning.
points to give that.
You have to be discerning
Like
with
don't disperse
where
it.
you have to be discerning with. Remember, I said when you hear me speaking, I need you to stop talking
Yeah, yeah.
because
I'm stopping. I'm
I
stopping.
know that's one of the things that
It's
angers me. So I need you to do that. Okay,
no.
we're gonna be
It's
getting
a
off the
delay
phone.
on my end. I'm sorry. I'm
There
sorry. It's
shouldn't
a
be any
delay.
delay.
Like
We're talking on the
my phone.
phone. What delay is there? Are you listening on the
No,
PC
my
or on the
phone has
phone?
skipped. My
Okay,
phone has skipped. I'm sorry.
okay. I hear
I'm
you.
sorry.
Skipping phones. Okay. Nonetheless, I need you to be
Not
discerning
you.
with where you give your love, how you give your love, and what is the expectation you set for the giving of this love up front. And I also need you to have conversations with these men about what it is that you're interested in and not interested in. And when that boundary is crossed, I need them to be cut off or at least put into a different
Okay.
category. Because if you're gaining something from the relationship, that's one thing. However, if you just up there like in that Freddy Krueger movie with the veins hanging out and all the blood splattering if you're just there bleeding all and just feeding nourishing people of your life force and you just there being siphoned
Yeah.
off of, then that's no good to you. Anyway, listen, I have to get going. I gotta go towards my workout. I'm glad that you called in. Thank you so much.
I appreciate everything. Like, I'm sorry for the confusion in the beginning, but I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and everything is so, like, a blessing. Thank you so much, and keep up with your light and your gift. It is so much needed. So much
Thank
needed.
you.
So
Thank you so
appreciated.
much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You have a great day.
Have a
All
great
right.
day and an awesome sauce week,
You
Tonya.
too.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye bye. All right. Miss Globe says, OMG, sometimes there's a delay, says, calm down. No, I won't calm down. You calm down. You can calm yourself off of my broadcast if you'd like. Don't play with me. I have a right to speak up about my requirement. I require when I begin speaking for people to stop talking. I require that because the conversation becomes chaos without it. I have a right to speak up about what it is that I need. This is something that I need, and I have a right to speak up about it. If you choose not to speak up in your life and you calm down and let people do whatever the fuck they want to do over there, you go ahead and do that. But don't play with me because at the end of the day, I have to take care of me. And taking care of myself is speaking up about what it is that I need. That and there, what delay is there on the phone? You talk to a person. This is 2024. This is not 1904 where we have to use a crank and there's a sound traveling over many miles. I have a right to speak up, and I did, and I do. If you choose not to, that's your own damn business. And so, Cutie Pie, listen, listen. This is why I said it twice. So you can make the decisions, whoever that person was, I forgot her name now because I don't be holding on to stuff. You go ahead and you do however it is that you want to do in your life. This is how I do it in mine. And you know what? At the end of the day, I feel honored. I feel respected. I feel honored because I honor myself. I feel respected because I respect myself. I feel taken care of because I take care of myself. I do not expect anybody else to do that. And I do not shrink myself for anybody else's comfort unless I choose to. And when I choose to, I do it with expecting nothing in return. Florita wants to know, Tonya, are you okay? Real question. Here, let me show you if I'm okay like this. Don't come to my other channel asking to be unblocked. Don't. I'm speaking and I'm giving lessons here. If you're not open to the lesson or ready for the lesson, that's your business. It's not mine. But nonetheless, and less of the none. what we're going to do is we're going to start getting geared up for the self-love lessons. And we were on the phone for 40 something minutes. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get up and do some moving. So wherever you are, let me see. I need to put my music in different categories. Let's see. Okay. All right. I like that, but I love this one more. I like that one, but I love this one more. Here, listen, get up out of your seat, everybody. We about to just do some. Come on, I don't know. This is just the way it just. Come on. Aye, in a dubstep. Hey. Come on, get up out of your seat. Move. Come on. Come on. Oh. Come on. Yeah. Get that stretch on wherever you are. Get up. Okay. Hey. All right, listen. All right. So, we're going to take a quick break. And during the break, there's going to be some QR codes on the screen. If you want to support the broadcast, if you're enjoying the broadcast, if you've learned something, benefited in some way, you can send $1 through Cash App. I'm going to read it on the screen. $1, $5, everything helps and supports the broadcast and lets me know that you like these types of videos. Thumbs up the video, and I will see you all back in 2 minutes. All right. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed that. That was
Una noche
all right.
pensando en ti, espero que todo esté bien.
You know I love this song. All right.
Mirando al cielo, and I hope you're doing the
It's too
same.
slow. It's too slow. I love the song, but it's too slow for right now. So let me see. All right. So let's read the apples that have come in. All right. All right. So Jonathan sends $5 and says, "Good morning, Tonya. Sending love to you." Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Miss Lady sends $2 and says, "Really good show. Very helpful. Thanks. Wonderful. Listen, I need you all to start getting your self-love lessons ready because we're going to be talking about that up next." Angela sends 222 and says, "For channel support." Thank you. I appreciate that. Tiara sends $3. Thank you, Tiara. Daphne sends $5 and says, "Hold myself accountable. My feelings are my own." Yes, thank you. And there's some people who feel like I'm trying to say that your feelings are not valid. No, your feelings are valid and you need to pay attention to your feelings. However, please understand that your feelings are created inside of you, and you have to take ownership for the fact that you created these feelings. And navigate from there. Don't continue to feel feelings you don't want to feel. Do something about what's going on, either internally or externally. Do something. And if you are finding that several of your relationships are continuing to bring up this same feeling inside of you, you have to look and see the only common denominator is you. So that's going to be the need for some self-healing on the inside of that. So thank you. I appreciate you all. I'm going to check the PayPal in a moment. You are not a friend of me. No. Baby, you mean more to me, more to me. Keep us safe. Baby, you're keeping us safe. I see you. Okay, and the PayPal is clear. See, when I check the PayPal, there's hardly anything, but then the days that I don't check it, that's when there's like 3 or 4 in there. All right. All right. So thank you. Let's get, Carmelita has sent $1. It says self-love advice. Thank you, Carmelita. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get geared up. Oh, another one just came in. I heard the chime, but I don't see it on the thing, so. All right, so let me see. I want to put on some dubstep. Let me get some dubstep for the reading of these self-love lessons. My caption is delayed. Yeah, you know what? It's the technology is still pretty new, so I'm happy that I even have captions, to be honest, because let's try some dubstep. Let's see what we can find. Dubstep. Let's see. I want to find let's see if there is a mood. Is there? There's dark euphoric. There's busy and frantic, eccentric, restless, scary, mysterious, dreamy, chasing, happy. So should we do laid back, happy, dreamy, hopeful, or euphoric? I think I'm going to try some euphoric dubstep. Let me see what that sounds like. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Ew. Start getting your self-love lessons together that you learned from today's broadcast. And let me... This is interesting. Interesting. I'm going to try something a little bit different. I've never heard of euphoric dubstep, but let's see. Oh, I see what they mean, like a whimsical feeling of euphoria. Let me look for some happy dubstep. Let me look for happy, see what this is like. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is kind of, all right. This is good for our, hey, okay, let's get your self-love lesson together. Hey. All right, so listen, self-love lesson. These are the rules for the self-love lessons. Wait, I think the dubstep is showing up on, oh no, that was me saying A. All right. So self-love lesson, I need you to write it from the I standpoint. I need you to write what it is that you've learned from today's broadcast about deepening your own sense of self-love. We can also talk about the things that we're grateful or have gratitude for. That's always great. Type SLL so I'll know that you're typing a self-love lesson, because some people are just commenting across the board. So I need you to type SLL, start with I, and how it is that and what you've learned about loving yourself from this broadcast here today. And it has to be spoken from the positive affirmative. So no uses of words like no, don't, never, not. Take those words out and let's talk about what it is that we do want, okay? So come on, let's get ready for the self-love lessons here. I like this. Let me see what else we have. This one right here, I see. This is interesting. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like that. Let me see. Let's see. Under my skin instrument. Let's see what this is. All right, let's get, okay, you all have started. SLL. I will be discriminating on who I let into and who I let stay in my close circle. Yes. Self-accountability and discernment will always reign supreme. Okay. I have learned to evaluate when toxicity can be overwhelming and to look for more affirming environments. Love it. Somebody said they want to hear some reggae. No, because if I put on reggae, I'm going to start dancing. You already know it. Hey, I like this. Okay. Okay. Don't my skin look super clear? I've been using the vitamin E every morning and night. Listen, stay tuned. I'm learning to look internally when I have an emotional reaction to external circumstances. Yes, I will continue to self-reflect when I'm emotional, and I will continue to be open and honest with myself about how I want to be treated. Yes, I love that. Skittles, that's beautiful. I deserve to have a criteria that a friend must be able to provide, and it's totally okay for me to verbalize what I expect in return. You know what you want. Yes, I love this. I need to take time out and make sure I'm okay before helping others. Beautiful. I will only give from my overflow. Gratitudes. Yes, I love that. All right. This music is so pretty. I love this. You know what? They have a version with lyrics. Let me see what the lyrics are. I will only give from my overflow. Okay, come through with more of these self-love lessons. Come through.
Make it fast, right next to this black fire. It's just you and I now. Just make me move right. Don't stop for nothing till you're in my bloodstream. Chemicals, get 'em moving. I can feel your blood. Keep it flowing, make it one more time, and then I do it again.
Oh my. Oh man. Oh goodness. Let me gather myself. This just reminds me of someone. Mm. Let's go. Let's self-love lessons. Self-love lessons. Okay. Remember, we have to speak from the I, Jamie. So let me hear your self-love lesson from the I standpoint. I'm cognizant of the fact. I have to take the lyrics off because this is just reminding me of some stuff that I don't want to be reminded of while I'm on air. I'm cognizant of the fact that my choices or decisions will affect my current and future situations. All right. So I will be vigilant about the reasons behind my decision making and effect of such. Okay. I will continue to maintain the boundaries I have for myself and others while respecting theirs. Okay. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. I think I'm going to do a leg workout today. I need to get a workout board to help me. I need like a board that I can post what workouts I'm going to do so that I make sure that I get in all of my workouts. I pour into my own cup of love and affirmations daily. Only those who are trustworthy share from my cup and pour back into it. Also, I'm grateful for God's unconditional love. Yes, be grateful for the unconditional love that God has. However, our love here on earth, it's all right if it comes with conditions. I will show up to myself in the most positive way. Okay? 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 All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I am going to, you can go ahead, continue to write your self-love lessons. I'm going to get out of here because I want to get my leg workout in. We can end with some, you know, I always love me some funk. You know, I love me some funk. You know, I do. Let me see what funk we have. Let me see what funk we have. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see the genre of funk. We got Motown funk. Comedy funk? What can comedy funk be? Afro funk, contemporary jazz. Let me see what Motown funk is. Let me see what this is talking about. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Ivory Coast got Christmas trees and everything over there. I am aware that the same God that is obligated to me is also obligated to others. It is not my job to save anyone by myself. Remember, no knots in there. Take the knot out. Just talk about what you do want. Having accountability is past, present, and future. I know that's right. I will show up for myself in the most positive way. Okay, let me see what this funk is sounding like. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This is what they're calling Motown funk. Interesting. Damn. I don't know what it is about funk music, but you know what? I'm not gonna dance here. I'm just gonna get out of the broadcast now. Don't you worry, I got you. Hey. Listen, let me go do my outro. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, the self-love lesson that I learned from today's broadcast is about being okay where I am, as well as listening to that inner intuitive voice, because my inner intuitive voice told me to do this video today. And if you benefited from today's video, go ahead and throw up some hearts, throw up some boxing gloves, throw up the number 1. Just throw up some numbers in the air. Go ahead, throw up some boxing gloves, throw up some hearts. If you want to throw up some hearts, just do the greater than symbol and the 3. And then we shall go from there. So listen, thank you all so much for coming out. I will see you all in the next video.